Have you been feeling a bit off, emotional, foggy, or just not yourself lately? Maybe you've caught yourself crying at the cat food commercial or snapping at your partner over socks on the floor. Does this sound familiar? If it does, I want you to hear this loud and clear. You're not crazy! Your hormones may be out of balance, and today we're going to get talking about it. I'm Lindsay from the Body and Mind Centre, and in this episode, we're diving into hormonal imbalances, what they are, and how they make us feel. And of course, what we can do to regain control and feel like ourselves again. So let's get into it. Let's start by looking at what is a hormonal imbalance, really. Hormones are your body's messengers. They affect your mood, energy, digestion, metabolism, sleep, skin, and even how you think and feel emotionally. They're produced by your endocrine glands and released into the bloodstream to regulate vital processes. When hormones become imbalanced, either too much or too little, your body and mind take a hit. Hormonal imbalance isn't just a medical term, it's a daily reality for many, especially women in transitional life phases like puberty, pregnancy, postpartum, and the perimenopause. Now, key hormones that often cause the issues are estrogen and progesterone. These often fluctuate with menstrual cycles and especially in perimenopause. Cortisol. This is your stress hormone that spikes under pressure and drains your energy over time. Then we have our thyroid hormones. Now, these affect your metabolism, your mood, and overall energy levels. And let's not forget insulin. Insulin regulates our blood sugar and weight gain. So, what are the common triggers for imbalance? So, some examples are chronic stress, poor diet and gut health, lack of sleep, over-exercising, yes, I said it, over-exercising and under-exercising, environmental toxins, and of course, age-related hormonal shifts. Understanding that your body isn't betraying you, it's just sending out distress signals, is the first step to reclaiming your wellness. So, how do we spot the signs? Hormonal imbalance doesn't show up the same for everyone, but here are some of the most commonly reported symptoms to help you. So, let's first look at the physical symptoms. We have unexplained weight gain or difficulty losing the weight, fatigue that doesn't really go away with rest, insomnia or disrupted sleep patterns, hot flashes and night sweats, irregular menstrual cycles or heavy bleeding, hair thinning or loss of hair. Now let's look at the mental and emotional symptoms. Mood swings, increased anxiety or depression, brain fog or trouble concentrating, low libido, crying spells or irritability. Do any of these sound familiar? It is easy to dismiss these signs as, I'm just getting older, or I'm just being too emotional. But they can be a powerful clue that your body needs support right now. So let's look at what we can do about it. Let's talk about how to regain balance naturally. We could look at nutrition that supports hormones. So, eating a variety of whole foods, focusing on healthy fats, fibre, and leafy greens. We could look at reduce sugar and processed foods. These can spike insulin and increase inflammation within the body. We could add hormone supportive foods. These are things like flax seeds and vegetables, so your broccoli and your kale, and fermented foods. The other thing we can do is make sure we stay hydrated. Dehydration affects every hormonal system. Stress management is a must. Chronic stress raises cortisol levels, which throws your entire hormonal system out of sync. So let's look at what we can do to try and manage this. We could try breath work, meditation, yoga, mindful walks, journaling. Make sure you're saying no to things that drain you and try to avoid overcrowding your diary. We all need rest as well. Prioritise activities that restore you, that makes you feel alive, makes you feel full of energy. And yes, even naps count. And guys, we need to make sure we exercise smart, not just hard. I urge you to ditch the go hard or go home approach if you are starting to feel exhausted in your body. When I went through my perimenopause phase, I can't tell you the burning sensation that I started getting in my joints through exercise. And it was actually that forced me to look closer at yoga. Because I was one of those people, I was one of those go hard or go home. But during that stage of my life, my body was not having it. So it was time for me to listen. So don't be afraid to opt for gentle movements or strength training that's more supportive rather than depleting on your body. And remember, overtraining can increase cortisol and worsen those symptoms. Remember to take care of your sleep. Your hormones depend on it. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. I also recommend putting those devices away for a good 30 to 60 minutes before you go to bed. Allow your mind to really switch off and slow down. Try to stick to a regular sleep schedule. Now, if you are a shift worker, I absolutely appreciate this just might not be possible, okay? But for those of you that can, this is a really good time to not be afraid to be selfish and have that schedule in place. And try and create a calming wind down routine. So, as I said to you, it might be that an hour before you're going to bed, you put all your devices on silent, you keep them out of sight, and you just avoid that mundane scrolling. You might choose to do a pre-bedtime meditation or a pre-bedtime yoga workout, mindful movement. Something I like to do is actually sit and have a little stretch before I go to bed and just really focus on my breathing. See what works for you. Reducing those toxins. Try to switch to natural personal care and cleaning products. Try to avoid plastics and processed foods, especially with all those additives and preservatives. Support your liver with lemon water, herbs, and whole foods to help detox excess hormones. And lastly, I just want to remind you that we can get support. We can speak to holistic practitioners or hormone savvy health professionals. We can get some blood work done to assess our specific hormone levels. You can reach out to communities and have conversations like this one so that you feel less alone. So maybe now you've listened to this, you're feeling a little bit more validated, and hopefully you're now ready to take a bit of action. Hormonal imbalance doesn't make you broken, it makes us human. It's your body's way of asking for change, rest, nourishment, and care. You're not weak for feeling overwhelmed. You are powerful for showing up and wanting to learn about your body. When you understand your hormones, you unlock a new level of empowerment over your health and happiness. So, if this episode resonated with you, make sure you like and subscribe. And guys, if you know someone else who might also be experiencing this life change, please share it with them. Here at the Body and Mind Centre, I release weekly videos filled with empowering wellness content you can access anytime, anywhere. You can check out my free workouts, my calming breathwork sessions, and hormone-friendly lifestyle tips right here on this channel. But what I really want you to do is drop a comment and let me know. Have you ever felt like your hormones were running the show? Let's talk about it. Until next time, stay grounded, stay kind to yourself, and stay connected. You've got this. I look forward to seeing you again.